And good evening, Wastelanders, and welcome to Fallout Coldfront, a Fallout 2D20 campaign about a group of, I guess, just travelers. A varying, ne'er-do. Well, you're doing the opposite of ne'er.
A group of some-do-wells.
You're doing some do wells, trying their best to ice the Midwest for its own good. Thank you for joining us. What happened last session, Rachel?
It was Margie's session. Last session was Margie's session. She found her dad. It's not like she's been looking for, like, how many years now? 17? 16?
More.
I mean, has she been looking, though?
18. Not really.
Yeah.
Kind of passively, just in her heart. But she found her dad, and he was
Soul-searching for
evil,
her
and he
father.
was trying to nuke the entire, like, Brotherhood territory in the Midwest, which included some very nice people, like your previous character's family. And so Margie was like, nah, Dad, that ain't happening. And so she hugged him. And she was wearing power armor, so that was surprisingly effective. And she freed the other people that her dad was fighting against, and they helped, and they all took Margie's dad down and blew up the nukes while they were still underwater, which did not cause a problem.
Nope.
And then they came back up, and they were like, hey, we're going to go deliver him to the proper authorities. And so the other guys left with Margie's dad. In the meanwhile, you guys were talking with Barnes, who is in charge of the mob. And you were like, hey, we got this Brotherhood of Steel problem. Can you help us deal with that? And Barnes was like, they killed my brother, of course. And so you guys are planning to try and pit the Brotherhood against the Union, because the Union's been developing some super secret chemical warfare stuff to use against the Brotherhood. And so you're going to expose that. And then also they gave us some like money to go recruit some mercenary raider type organizations to use against the Brotherhood. So that's
10,000 caps for the record.
Oh. We're
In gold
rolling in
bullion.
it.
Because no one's carrying 10,000 caps around.
Right. So then you guys in the mob area came back and picked up the rest of us who were dealing with the nuke problem. And we got into a bit of a spat, Jules and Jerry. And then we parted ways, and Marion was like, hey, you guys gotta fix that problem. And we were like, no. And then Marion was like, okay, cool. And then we also need to contact Polis, but we haven't done that yet. Because we need help.
Yeah.
Psychiatric and physical.
What?
Wait. What? What is
We need
psychiatric?
psychiatric help.
We have
Oh.
needed psychiatric help this whole time.
Who doesn't need psychiatric help?
We have a physical
In this
doctor, but
group?
we have a psych doctor.
Not our
Maybe
group
we
of
should.
Thunderwells.
Just Thunderwells.
Psychiatrists don't need help because they can just self-diagnose and they're perfectly fine.
Reese Corbin's like.
Just read your own nose.
Yeah.
So that's what happened last session.
All right. So we will pick off of you guys flying in the vertibird over to Columbus. Are there any conversations or things you'd like to do before you all arrive in Cebus, or Flavortown, if you will? And I trust that you will.
Margie. I just realized that you were wearing power armor, and you're a woman, so you were empowered when you met your dad.
Girl boss.
Okay.
The whole conversation.
All right, you're in Columbus. No. That's it.
I need to prepare the rest of my materials for Polis before we call the vote.
That's true. Before you call the vote.
Yeah.
Yep. Pressure, pressure.
So I'm going to do that.
Okay.
And if there's time, I'll call the vote.
Yeah, absolutely. So given that you did let Odysseus know this was coming, all the other Polis operatives, unless they have something really urgent to attend to, would be aware that this would be the time for discussion and that sort of thing. So, you've got an audience. You would see on your Pip-Boy, you're connected via radio to, I wanted to call it Colossus for some reason. No, the Oracle. Marion would also get out her own light board, and you would probably have your own as well. A small foldable thing, but one that would just display different states on it.
Go ahead and put mine out in the middle of the floor, too.
Marion would ask you, Julian, what exactly is the plan for me in regards to supporting you? Do you think the play would be to come on later and make it sound like I'm not with you this very moment, but that I'm a very passionate person that is unbiased and is supporting you regardless.
I think Odysseus will see through that, even if the rest don't.
Well, Odysseus isn't the president. We're trying to compete for everyone's individual vote here, not for one supreme executive.
Right. But I think anything underhanded we try to do to rig the vote here is going to work against us, if anyone knows.
Well, I wasn't saying I'm claiming that I'm in Michigan or anything now. I'm just saying, why don't I hop in later and support you later on? It's a timing thing, not a message thing.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'd welcome any help you could give.
Well, that's the question. Do you want it immediately, or do you want it later? AKA, do you want her to assist you with 1d20, or do you want her to make an independent check later on?
Why don't you come in if it looks like things are getting a little dire? Could use the backup.
That is essentially asking for an independent check, because you cannot ask for assistance after you've made a check.
Yeah.
That's what I would have chosen anyways. Good pick.
All right. I've got a few votes. I've got Tommy. I've got
Oh,
Sisyphus.
how did you get Tommy's vote?
Long story. You ready for this?
I'm not the one giving the speech. All I have to do is sit back and relax.
Speech.
Yeah, text post doesn't have a very ponderous... it doesn't have weight to it.
It's a lot easier not to mess up with one, though.
Fair enough. Proceed.
Pip, you ready to send?
Wait, what? What do you mean? You're...
Would you send my packet to the Oracle?
Oh, yeah. Oracle takes care of most of that. You're good to go whenever you are.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. And you're not on an actual broadcast where your voice would be heard. This is text. So you can type it out. You can go back and edit stuff if you so desire, and I'm sure that would be a Julian kind of thing to do.
Ain't
But what are you
comma
saying?
Splices in this. Yeah. So the argument would be for Polis to support the summit that we've decided to have. I would fill them in on our travels and on exactly what happened and how we figured out about the weather thing in the first place and what exactly Excelsior is and is meant to do.
Wait, you
and how
are
the
saying
Enclave is
what
proposing to
Excelsior
use
is
it.
meant to do?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I thought I heard a knot in there. I'm like,
Oh,
what?
no. They gotta know.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell them what the station's meant to do, what the Enclave plans to use it on. I would back that up with some supplemental resources I've got also in that same packet of like scientific research on how that would affect the environment. Mm-hmm. Since probably important to back it up with facts.
Yeah. Yep.
There would be some discussion of the Enclave political situation, just so it's clear it's probably not similar to the Enclave they've heard of, because I know that's probably a misconception that a lot of them have, is that the Enclave are like the big bad evil people. So I would tell them about Martin and about how his presidency has been kind of shaped by trying to be a president for the people and not just of the people. Mm-hmm. How we've kind of modulated the plan a little bit to include the Midwest in the decision-making process instead of just making it for them. But the Brotherhood is trying to get in the way of that plan.
Mm-hmm.
And right now the Brotherhood is not only planning to wipe out the Enclave, they're planning on taking the station for themselves. While we're willing to bring it to the rest of the Midwest, they're planning on taking power into their own hands for their own purposes. So I would like to
Are you saying
propose-
we there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would like to propose to Polis the vote for them to enforce a peace between the Enclave and the Brotherhood until this summit can get worked out exactly what we want to do with Excelsior. Mm-hmm. And that if either side breaks that peace, Polis step in and intervene on behalf of the other party. I would like to emphasize that the Brotherhood should be a part of this decision, but they have no right to make the entire decision for everyone else.
Okay. I'm going to want you to make 2 checks on that one. The first one is going to be intelligence science on the data that you provided.
Cool. Easy.
Question for you, though.
Yeah.
The truth on this matter is that it's what we've talked about, that an ice age would...
What?
Sorry, you're just really excited to roll, aren't you?
No, I started rolling them, and now I can't stop rolling them until the
Okay.
roll is done.
Well, this is a long explanation.
That's okay.
Okay.
I've got a tough arm.
All right, fair enough. Let's test that. Essentially, to get rid of all the ambient radiation in this wasteland, it is going to take around 50 years of glaciation. And it is going to be snow for everyone for the next 50 years. Some areas will have the glaciation that will literally go over areas that are populated. Those are the people that need to evacuate. But the rest are snowed over. So it is a lot. But
Yep, and I would bring the evacuation plan into that too. That we would like, if the vote goes the way the Enclave would like it to, for Polis to support evacuation efforts. Mm-hmm. But the data is still that it would take 50 years to heal the land of radiation versus however long it would take otherwise, which is hundreds, as you've talked about it before.
yeah.
So I think there's still plenty of data to back up that's a good idea.
Yeah. Okay. Roll an intelligence science check.
Cool. 3.
3 successes. Okay. Now I'd like you to make a charisma speech check. No barter here.
Couldn't be
Nope.
intelligence speech.
Nope.
Okay, I tried.
I've been reminded that I need to clamp down a little bit on.
It's a good thing I
Checks
just
like
got
this.
all that luck back. Let me go ahead
That
and
is
roll
true.
both of those. It's not good. It's better. 1.
1 success. Mm-hmm. All right. This is not a check with difficulty, but it is more of a just blank persuasion check there. With each success offering a different level of persuasion. So 0 would be you've got nobody on your side except for the people that you have motivated. With a 1, you get some. Not necessarily a majority.
I'll go ahead and turn my light on the light switch on.
Yep. You would see as soon as you finish, you see one light from Illinois just go, yes. Most likely Tommy.
He never reads my materials.
Yeah, someone is going to say, actually, in that, you would see. I have this written down. Someone from Maine named Pontus would say, Apollo, how did you decide your mind so quickly? And Apollo would say, I trust Hephaestus on this one.
Paul's like, my vote got bought. And everyone's like, okay.
No.
I'm going to type, Andy doesn't like to read.
Yes.
Pretty much.
DaCosta's in here like, oh.
Was I supposed to be here?
Ooh, how did that
Tommy would say, also Hephaestus owes me now. Pontus would then say, did I hear a we in there? You're supposed to be the agent for Delroy Trade Lines. Are you identifying with the Enclave now?
I'm going to type back. Yes, it only took 6 years of Odysseus hounding.
Odysseus is not going to reply. But you would get... this is where Marion would come in. And she would say, if you know me, you know I've seen the Enclave at their worst. And the Brotherhood at their best. I do trust Hephaestus. And I do believe that, of course, people can change. I've gotten to meet this new, quotation mark, enclave, and it's nothing like the people that I have met in the past and dealt with. They are still growing, but they are completely earnest in wanting to turn over a new leaf and represent the rest of the wasteland. I would like to hope that the Brotherhood can do the same and go back to the humanitarian arm that I knew so long ago. At the very least, a summit is exactly what we're here for. We can sort out more details on this later, but right now we need to make sure that the Brotherhood does not get that device, because we have no representative in them anymore. And such a device would jeopardize peace for the entire continent. So, a summit is obviously the way to go, and you should realize that now. Now she's gonna roll that check.
Yeah, what she said.
What she said. So she's Odysseus?
No.
Oh no, she isn't. Odysseus.
Marion is the operative who works in the same state as I do. Odysseus is like the head of Polis in general.
What's Marion's?
Demeter.
I knew that. I'd forgotten.
There we go. That is 3 successes. That will get a majority. Not unanimous, which would be a 4. But,
Better than nothing.
yes. Yeah, she got a 2. And she does, believe it or not, have a high speech. You would see a couple other people comment support. First, you would see Hercules, Cosmo. She would say, honestly, I've been very worried about the current tensions in the Midwest, especially involving the Brotherhood. If they do get this, there is certainty that there will be a massive war in the Midwest that could spill over to different regions. You would also get support from Sisyphus, who would say, no, Hephaestus, I also owe Hephaestus, but I do trust Hephaestus, or I do trust H. They try to avoid pronouns because this is code words. Phaethon's light would go up, yes, but he would not comment. And you would see, out of the 72 Polis representatives that currently exist, you would see 50 of them vote yes. Congratulations. Resolution is passed.
I'll work with Odysseus to send more details about the summit. If you could rally your plant organizations to send representatives, that would be helpful. You should attend as well, if you can spare the time.
Odysseus also voted yes. That does matter. Then she would ask, where is this summit?
In the cargo bay of the vertibird with these lights lit up, illuminating the rest of the room, Julian would smile a little and say, ever been to Xanadu?
You would see Hercules say, this is a great idea.
Love this.
You would see Phaethon say, are you sure this is a good idea?
They pop up at like the same time.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, both representatives from Indiana.
Type, not a lot of places that enforce peace. That's one of them. Sets a good standard for the work we're hoping to do. And we'll ask them to hush up the blood sports for a couple of days.
Phaethon says, "That was my question. Thanks."
Thumbs up emoji.
We believe in the
Thumbs up,
universal
smiley,
and
thumbs up.
inherent value of human life. Kill him. Kill him.
Volume down.
I mean, that's the whole thing about Xanadu. It's just like, there's the place for violence right there. Everywhere else, no. If you want to be violent,
No, don't be violent there. Go get it out of your system. Go kill somebody. And then when you're done, when it's all out, then you come back and you be nice. Okay?
don't fight where we can't bet on you. We got to get a profit off of this.
Yeah, if you're gonna fight it, let's just make money.
Right.
No. Don't kill anybody
Are we
unless we're gambling on it.
Exactly. Yep.
go again.
Civility.
Two problems, they cancel out. Just one, there's no canceling.
Amen. All right. Well, that went pretty good, says Marion.
I think it was just because of you.
Well,
Thanks.
it's testimony. A lot of the old guard know that I'm not the biggest fan of the old enclave.
Don't think the new enclave is either.
I think their new president is a lot better than the old one.
A lot better than most of the old ones.
Well, a lot better than an AI, that's for sure. Well, that AI.
That
that
AI.
is. Sorry, Pip.
It's like,
I'm taken.
You can.
I'd probably better tell Sally before Cosmo does.
You don't think Cosmo can handle that?
I think she'd probably better hear it from me.
All right. Well, go forth. I will just be here.
I'm gonna go step into whatever other room we have and see if I can use my radio to reach Cosmo.
Yeah, sure. Cosmo?
Nope, not Cosmo. Sally.
Okay. Yeah. You would call in to Xanadu's designated frequency, and you would hear a gruff, annoyed voice pick up. Who is this?
His name is Bart, right?
Yes, Bartholomew. Yep.
Hey, Bartholomew, this is Julian Ortega.
Oh, hello, Julian. Please tell me this isn't just a prank call again.
Again?
We've been having a problem.
So many questions. But can I talk with Sally?
What about? She's a busy woman.
About a venture that I think will be very beneficial to Xanadu.
What's in it for Bartholomew? That was a joke. I'll go get her.
All right, I was struggling to come up with something.
Think of it for next time.
Gotcha.
Hey, Julian! Well, I haven't heard from you in ages.
I know, it's been too long since we've been in Xanadu. Sally, how are you?
I'm doing well, and you have got to tell me what Nicodemus Avransib is doing back here.
I would...
He's not telling me.
I would assume continuing his research.
Yeah.
Life
Please
on the
tell me
road
you're here
was
to
a
talk
little,
about that.
Hectic. Not here to talk about his research, no.
Oh, no, his research, no.
Well, so Sally, bit of a business proposition for you.
Okay, what do you got?
I'm interested in hosting a summit of factions from the Midwest to talk about some issues that I think are going to affect us all. And I was thinking about where I'd like to do that. Somewhere that could be neutral, somewhere that could be peaceable. Xanadu comes to mind,
Which factions?
preferably all of them.
Oh. Does that mean the Brotherhood is invited?
If they choose to come and not shoot first, ask questions later, yeah.
But
Not
you-
gonna hold out hope for that, though.
Well, I'm more than happy to make some buku money off of whoever decides to waltz in here. But the question is, do you think you can persuade them? Those train morons don't like us very much.
I think they'll be able to see the value of a neutral meeting ground. Don't think there's a lot of those out there aside from you.
I don't know if they think of us as neutral. I think they kind of think of us as like a circle of hell or something like that.
Well, I will instruct them on Dante and get back to you.
Who's he?
He wrote the Inferno, Circles of Hell, That's like the. All right, never mind. I'll work upon that.
All right.
If
I'll
you're in, I'll get them in.
Oh, I'm in. Just as long as refreshments, of course, are provided by us. And activities resume or continue, and there's plenty of tea to be spilled, of course, and money to be spent.
We may need to talk about the blood sports.
Yeah. You got a candidate in mind or something?
For
You want in?
Sally, you know me. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't last a minute in there.
Well, people change. Sometimes you just get a little bit of stress in your system and you want to take it out on someone random in a uncivilized little arena.
All right, have you ever been in the arena?
Yes.
I stand corrected. Mm-hmm. I'll get back to you about that one.
Okay.
Gotcha moment failed.
Have you ever been in the arena?
All right.
Multiple
respect.
times.
We'll see how mad I get to Dr. Fletcher. But
Ooh.
for the length of the summit, I think it might be best if we keep it a little hush-hush.
I'm not good at keeping hush-hush unless there's something in it for me to keep hush-hush.
Think of it like a business trip. Representatives from every faction in the Midwest will be
Yeah.
coming from states away to your establishment to pay you money to stay, to pay you money to eat, to pay you money to enjoy all of the amenities. Mm-hmm. And that's contingent on not having the blood sports. So what's going to earn you more, Sally?
Now that is a barter check right there, if I've ever heard one. Go ahead and roll a charisma barter check.
I'll throw in, and I'll tell you about Nicodemus.
He's like, I will give you the tea if you.
That will lower the difficulty from. It was already a pretty good
Sally's
case.
an icon.
From a 2 to a 1.
It's like, give me
Difficulty
chocolate,
of
tell me
1.
Gossip and I'll let you do whatever.
So, and then I thought, when he did that, I thought he was
One.
breaking up with me. And she's
success.
like, oh no, girl.
That'll cut it. All right. Deal. And throw in any Nuka-Cola that you found player out.
Haven't got a thing yet, but if we do, you got it.
Good. Good. All right. Do you have a date for this in mind? Got to block off some rooms, of course.
Oh, you have one?
I have one. I had two. I gave one to Pix to
We
be
can
quiet.
give it to Sally during
When
girl
Pix was high
talk.
in the jail cell, I was like, if you chill out, I'll give you a new And I forgot I had two.
Whoa.
Because I scavenged them somewhere.
I'll give whatever date is expedient for the plot. Probably
Okay.
far enough so that everyone from all the four corners of America can get here.
Yeah, I'll
It's gonna
say
take a hot minute, I'm sure.
I'll say 5 days. I think.
Ooh,
Well,
that's short.
well, it's also a little up there, and it is a pretty urgent issue. Mm-hmm. Time is of the essence, so I think that is enough time to get people to travel at the very least.
Okay.
But no more than that. You're at an advantage because you have a helicopter now.
Nice.
But there you go, 5 days.
In the meanwhile, can I get Odysseus to send support for the Enclave Brotherhood thing?
Yeah, she would say support how?
Preferably a third party to keep the peace. Make sure my people don't get wiped out while we're waiting to make a decision.
You mean you want someone to arrange a ceasefire?
If they'll agree to it, yeah.
That is an urgent job. Far away in the Upper Peninsula. I don't think we have an operative that close right now to negotiate that. From what it sounds like, that might be perfect for you, no?
They won't trust a word I say. And I'm not sure I want them to listen.
I respect you for wanting someone else involved. Give me some time. You would hear click of someone else joining this radio conversation, encrypted radio conversation.
I'll get some interference run in the meanwhile.
You'd hear Marion's voice coming from the radio and in a separate room of the vertibird. I don't know if I'm the kind of person to go and arrange the peace in or at Sawyer Air Force Base, but I think I may have some weight to pull with the Brotherhood. I might be able to arrange a ceasefire with them directly at the Crucible or wherever their second airship is at. Do you think that could be enough to keep the peace? To just get the Brotherhood off? Julian, you could handle making sure that the Enclave doesn't do anything.
You know where the Enclave is at right now. They're not about to launch an attack.
Well, we need a specific guarantee, one without loopholes that can be exploited, like the last ceasefire.
My people will be willing to agree to that if they are. You'll have no problems.
I think I can convince the Brotherhood only if we can guarantee that the other factions want to come to the summit. If they know that their relationship with the Union, with the militia, with even the mob, are mattering here, then they would view this as important enough. If we don't get their attendance, then they're just going to view this as a delay while we prepare something.
I think that's what everyone else is probably working on right now, isn't it?
Most likely. So, Julian, how about this? I go and try and make contact with the Brotherhood. It might as well be me. And you try your best to keep me updated on what the rest of the Polis operatives are doing with other factions. And you tell me as soon as you have a guarantee that other factions will be involved.
Are you sure you're going to be safe?
Yes. I know how the Brotherhood operates. I pulled them out of the fire before. I think, at the very least, I've got that to wave over them. I'll be fine.
If you think it's going to go south. Well, then they haven't earned their spot at the table, and you can leave.
Of course. And send their airship in flames, of course.
That too.
Well, I'll go ahead. Odysseus would say, sounds fitting, and then log off. And Marion would go to you in person and just say, well, I think I'm happy to disembark at Columbus. It's close enough to their territory.
We'll still get backup. But instead of telling them to attack, we'll tell them to stand ready. Show the Brotherhood we've got more people than just the Enclave on our side.
Tell me about that backup. I know you mentioned wanting the pit crew, which is completely understandable. Especially because we have an agent with them, but who are these Doppel soldiers? Are they going to make the cut?
You know, Murray, I think they're really just extra bodies on the front line. Not to be callous, I'm hoping they don't have to fight in the first place, but I think they show up, it shows the Brotherhood we've got more people. That's all there is to it. You're
not throwing them into a meat grinder?
No. Like I said, if the Brotherhood doesn't attack, I don't want my family to have to come to blows with them in the first place.
Okay. Are they at least a little bit more organized than, like, a raider band?
A little.
Okay.
Enough.
Maybe give them shiny uniforms if they don't have anything. Nothing like that to convince someone you've got more people.
Sure.
They turn up in rags. That's not going to send the right message to the Brotherhood.
I think they'll look a little more organized than that.
Good. And just as long as they're not parading around with spears or something, we should be fine.
About that.
No, with pikes. It's a different thing. It's a halberd. It's a pike. Yep.
Halberds are very practical.
They are. They're great weapons.
You know, I think right now we'll take all the help we can get. I'll just make sure that help doesn't turn hostile.
Okay. I draw the line at baseball bats, though.
Better than baseball bats.
Okay. Well. You know, Julian, I've been involved in a lot of war in my life. Well, not war as the Great War, of course, but
You didn't tell me we're that old.
I've just seen so many people jump to shooting each other as quick as possible, far too often. Or incinerating each other, or bludgeoning each other to death with a baseball bat.
Whatever's on hand.
Right. Giant death robots, nukes, lasers, baseball bats. It's nice to be part of an effort that actually wants to stop that before it happens for once.
I think it's going to be a good precedent if we get it going. Police might want to do this more often.
Well, that's why I joined. Because it was just another group that actually didn't want to vanquish everyone.
You remember that's why I joined too.
Just make sure that the Enclave is ready to embrace that change as well. Madam Secretary.
It's barely a title.
What do you mean?
I mean,
That's
there's
part of the
there's
United States government.
30 of us. Just Jules. It's always been just Jules.
I'm never, ever going to call you that again. Don't worry. It makes me feel sick.
Promise?
Unless one of your people makes me say it for some formal occasion when you're getting your Medal of Honor or whatever at the end of this.
All right. But other than that, promise?
Promise.
Okay. Now, remember what I said. Don't
That doesn't narrow it down.
die.
I'm so encouraged by your optimism in my mission. I'll be fine. I've been on my own for quite some time anyways.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure, but Michigan got a lot more fun when I showed up, didn't it?
More complicated. But in a good way. Like a good challenge. Anyways. You do the same. And do your best to cultivate these relationships. I was looking for a better word to use, but it stuck in my mind.
I'll let Martin do the talking.
Just say the right thing. Throw saying it smoothly out the window. Well, I mean, unless you can. But don't beat yourself up for not saying it that way. It's fine.
We'll get people there. If
Good.
You can do the same.
Good.
I'll see you at Xanadu.
I'll see you there. And remember, even if you can't say the right thing, everybody wants something.
That I can operate off of.
Well, good luck.
You too.
And anything else that needs to be done on the plane? Okay.
Jerry is going to approach Jules.
Oh, okay. So you're approaching her. All right. Let's see what we got.
Just working on something in her notebook.
Jerry's just going to stand there for a few seconds.
Mama for rub.
You, just planning on blocking the light there?
Well, until you acknowledge my presence.
She's going to tip a fake hat. Doctor.
Ortega.
Secretary now.
I knew you before you were secretary.
What?
Alright, to put it bluntly, I'm sorry.
For,
For the wording choice and also the meaning behind the words that I said earlier. It was, look, I get things are going rough, and I felt like an apology was in order.
I may regret some of the wording choices and some of the meaning behind some of the wording choices too. But don't go sharing that around. Now, are you gonna
I
keep
wouldn't.
blocking the light, or and she's gonna like gesture down to the seat next to her?
Doctor-patient confidentiality. He's gonna sit down.
You know, I think I'm probably about due for my next checkup. That's a problem for later. I think I need to find a new doctor now.
No, your yearly checkup isn't for another 2 months.
I've been counting the days.
I've got a calendar right here.
Bit boys, man.
Doctor?
Mhm.
Been trying to think about how to say this. Don't take it the wrong way, but
I never take things the wrong way.
yeah, right.
Press X for doubt.
I'm not your new Frankie.
Yeah, I know.
I just, well, I mean, he was always the one that kept things from getting ugly between you and I. And I know we need to manage that ourselves now, but I'm not your new Frankie. I'm not going to. I'm not the kind to inspire a vision the way he did. And I don't want you expecting anything different. And, I mean, I'm sure not going to expect the same of you.
Yeah.
I think we just, we don't have a Frankie anymore, and so we're going to need to make it work.
Yeah, I've been trying the whole sunshine and rainbows thing, at least in my head. Doesn't work, but
Doesn't really seem like it fits you and I, does it?
no. I just keep trying to think, what would Frankie do?
Is that why you apologized?
Maybe.
Or did Marianne come and yell at you like she said she was gonna do?
She did, but I
Makes you
was
feel
already-
better. She yelled at me too.
Yeah.
Equal opportunity yeller.
Yeah, I was already going to, though.
Because it's what Frankie would do.
Yeah. Since Frankie's not here to, make me. Figured I should start making myself. Living up to, what he thought I could be. Anyway,
You ever
that's
feel-
enough of that crap for now.
I've got probably 1,000,001 details to see to. Thanks for the chat, Doc.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for that. Yeah, never mind. Bye.
All right. And before we land in Columbus, we're going to take just a brief 10-minute break. We'll be back in just a bit. And we're back. So, you guys would be flying towards Seabus. And as you all would descend towards, I almost called it that great metropolitan city, but no, it's Columbus, Ohio. And it's in ruins right now. So nothing's changed.
It's so mid, they put it in the Midwest.
It is pretty mid.
As we
Yeah,
descend
mid.
into the trash heap.
Well, you're going into German Village, which looks slightly
I
nicer.
love German Village.
So you would see
still
the
haven't been.
cobblestone pathways that are still remarkably intact 200 years later, and not as dirty as you might expect in this wasteland.
Finally.
Yeah, I know. That is until you see the Hofbrauhaus, where you guys actually visited the Doppelsoldiers before. Descending, you would see the main corridor actually to the Hofbrauhaus, the road, barricaded off. And from your position in the sky, you could see, yeah, that's definitely the Scarlet of the Ohio State Militia. It appears as though they have a little bit of a trench, or, well, it's not buried, a barricade. Oh crap, what's that word in the Star Spangled Banner? A rampart, if you will. Around the Hofbrauhaus. And you would see there's still plenty of movement, possibly green, possibly white, possibly lederhosen, around the Hofbrauhaus itself. Where would you like to land? And also, you be making a check for this, Margie.
A safe distance away.
We
On
might
which
want to.
side?
Is there a
might-
mosh pit?
If we want to get to the Hofbrauhaus, we might not want to have to go through the Union, or not the
Militia.
Union, the militia. Landing in the Hofbrauhaus might be better.
Can we land in the Hofbrauhaus?
You can land on it.
Just
Yeah.
You mind if I just park? I'm just gonna park right here.
Okay, you can't land on it. It has
The
pointy
roof
roofs.
is not rated for that kind of weight. That's a plane.
Yeah,
Gonna-
it's,
I
you,
promise it'll work out
It'll be
fine.
It'll be fine. Just hear me out.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
just-
your roof is gonna
trust
sag a
process.
little bit. Yeah, down to the first
We're
floor,
just a
down to the
video game
ground.
thing, it
You got a
lands.
basement, right? The basement will be
We're
fine.
like,
I
we're
think the basement will
standing
be
on-
fine.
Okay.
It's just a helicopter in the middle of the beer hall.
Your basement ceiling might sag a little bit.
all right. So do you want to land near the Hofbrauhaus?
Sure.
Okay. So as you guys are descending, Margie, roll a pilot check. Marion will
If
assist.
this
I was
is
gonna ask.
lower accurate German village, does that mean there's no parking for like miles and you have to park like 2 miles away if you
Dude, all
want
the
to go to
spots have
It's
been
like one-way
destroyed by
street.
Rumble.
It's like
I'm
one-way
just saying,
street
the last time
side
I went to
parking,
the
and I'm like
Buffalo,
trying to
we had
get
to
in
park,
between
2
two.
miles away.
There's just all the dilapidated cars and all the parking spaces.
And I'm like, I'm trying to find the
Stall.
one space and like park between it. And I'm like, they didn't leave
You're
a whole car
Parallel
lane.
parking
I have
the
a
vertibird.
plane.
One success from Marion.
That's pretty good.
Difficulty
that's
will
not-
be 2.
2 successes from Margie.
Okay.
Oh.
That is 1 action point back then. Congratulations.
Marginal.
You were not landing on
Great.
top of the Hofbrauhaus, but there is
Great, great.
believe it or not, a flat spot with parking. here.
Whoa!
Only because buildings have been leveled.
By the last plane who parked here.
They cleared
Yeah.
the way so we could soar.
Is this a parking space? We'll be in a minute.
All right.
Like, it takes a parking space if
Hold
you try hard
up.
enough.
A man saying that, I'm not going to listen.
There you go.
Hold up.
So, as the ramp would lower, you would see.
Ramp, not rampart.
What's that?
Ramp, not rampart.
Correct. The ramp, not the rampart. You would see just a small 5-man formation of Doppelsoldiers just arrayed in a line, and they are looking as Swiss guards as they possibly can. And one would just call out, "Who are you? And what are you doing here?"
Is Mike around? Think he'll recognize us.
Oh man, she wants Mike. Okay. And you see one of them just go, "Huh, huh," and just try to make a bunch of motions that don't actually do anything, and then break formation and run back towards the Hofbrauhaus.
Doctor, are we sure these are the people we want to send?
See how organized and uniformed they look?
My mother is never going to let me live this down.
How goofy is the
No,
run?
there's a lot of stuff she's never gonna let you live. Down. It's okay.
He is pointing his halberd towards the Hofbrauhaus, so it kind
What's
of looks
one
like
more?
he's charging.
There's a lot of stuff she's never going to let you
Yeah.
live down. There's a difference.
Well, I don't care. She's not my mom.
You're not my mom.
who's gonna step outside and a trash dump. And he picks up a stone and just tosses it. Yep. Your whole place sucks. You need more snow. And he starts walking towards.
Oh, you haven't been here. The
There is snow here
yeah, wait a minute.
Oh.
We're in
because of
Columbus.
the weather. Remember,
Also, we're
The
in
cold front.
Columbus.
it would be a lot.
Is there snow now?
Name drop.
Yeah.
Oh. then you
Yep.
would say.
I love when he said it's cold front
then
time.
you would
Cold
say
front at
to
all.
guys, Midwest
cold
does
in
need
time.
snow.
Cold
This
front
is it.
front it all over the place.
Not much. Just stones.
It is not
Not
much.
stones. Bad stones.
Don't insult their stones or their snow. We need to
Sticks and
hire them.
stones make
I'm insulting your stones.
Hey man, what are you saying about our hotbar house?
The
It's a-
upper house is fine. It is a building.
got
This
from VeggieTales.
this here is not a beautiful wasteland of snow and ice. This is stone. Not
He's
even real
Canadian.
stone.
Okay.
He's Canadian.
Is he
That does go a
holding
long
his
way.
halberd well?
Yeah, he's this is probably not an actually good formation. It's just their idea of what a good formation would be. He's just holding it just dead in front of his face. So you see him kind of like peek
What's
slightly
with
around it.
what's with the
Hold
ramparts
it a
over
little
there?
bit over so you can get good sight.
Hold on, could you say that again, and then I'll answer your question? Oh,
You should hold it a little bit over, just if someone's in front of you, so that if they are like here, you can kind of see them. You don't need to peek.
well, I can see you. Do you see your nose all the time?
No, but you mentioned you were peeking, and I was like, you can move it over a little bit, just in case someone that, for charging formation and stuff like that.
Are you guys here to attack us?
No, it looks like you're about to do a battle, and I thought I would mention it.
No. Well, not us.
Oh.
We are the guard.
Oh.
The Ohio State Militia wants us to leave.
Oh, where?
Anywhere but here. That's what leave means.
Well, you didn't specify, and that's not what leave means.
What? No, leave means to exit.
It
Vamoose.
means to exit. My
They
question
left
was separate.
pursued by a
Are we
bear.
all here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're all here.
Yeah, I was just
Grab a
wondering.
tree
Guys,
and
get on
They
the
weren't-
land. We've landed.
They weren't here last time we were.
Your bird is out here.
Get out of here.
Can you speak up, please? I
Um,
can hear you.
Like you're out of VeggieTales.
No, the militia wasn't here last time we were at the Hofbrau house.
No. Somebody put a fire under their rears. They're
Do you know who?
more aggressive than they used to be.
Well, we might have a solution for you.
You all would see now that one guard that left return with a figure in T55 or T51. Oh, man, I should really know this. It's fictional armor. Maybe I shouldn't.
It doesn't
all
matter.
right.
It's not T60 armor. It is in between T45 and T60, whichever one is that. I believe.
D something or other armor.
Yeah.
T51, I think.
Yeah, yeah, the more.
It's okay. It's all right.
Yep,
It's okay.
curved one. It is completely black, and it does have a cape on it. A slightly dimmed yellow cape. Well. If it isn't the Brewmeisters. And, well, there's quite a few others with you now, but it seems as though you've lost some. What happened to the ghoul and the redhead?
Not traveling with us anymore. That's all you need to know.
Why are you here?
Believe it or not, we were here to hire you.
Are you with the mob?
The mom sent us. Oh, wait, no, wait. He's not supposed to know that. I forgot the conversation that you guys had.
Give to Gab.
Yeah. I'll allow a retcon there.
You know that the German states had a rich history of mercenary work.
Why do you think we do this?
How would you like some mercenary work?
That's our whole reason.
He's like, you don't need to
That's
say anything else
yes.
anymore.
What's the work?
Right now, a small group of people is under siege by the Brotherhood of Steel up in Michigan, in the Upper Peninsula. We'd like to send you up there to hold a line. Not attack unless they attack first. But we need more people to create a stalemate.
So, they're under siege, which means you need someone to break the siege to get in first, right?
Or at least cause enough of a distraction to get them to hold off.
But yes, to break the siege.
And how on earth are we getting there?
I was hoping with the pit crew's help, though I'm waiting for you to agree to it before I get them to help out. But we can arrange that.
Really?
Think of it like a joint offensive.
There's money involved.
Yes, there has to be. What are you offering?
Seems to me like we're offering you a pretty good deal. Get out of the malicious hair, wait until things cool down, go interesting places, see interesting people.
No,
Mr.
how
President,
much caps
I
are you
know.
talking?
I was getting there.
Well, do get there.
Willing to give you 5,000?
10. You're asking me to go against the Brotherhood.
I'm asking you to stand there and look impressive in front of the Brotherhood.
Maybe we can meet in the middle there. 7,500.
Sweeten pot a
Counter
little.
offer. No, let me sweeten the pot. We'll do 3,000 if you can get some of our supplies from the militia. It's why we're here and why we haven't left. That in the lager.
What supplies are we talking about?
Weapons, of course, that we could use quite effectively against the Brotherhood. Something that will elevate us from our current station as people that don't use as much technology as others.
Nothing nuclear.
Oh, no. It's just the same things that we're using here, just better. Have you ever heard of Saturnite? It's a sciencey thing. Anyone who wants to can roll intelligence, science, or repair. Difficulty of 4. It's a little niche.
No
3.
3. Difficulty is 4.
complications.
Dang it. I am so close to it being 4, but it's just 3 by one number off.
Anybody get a 4?
No.
Not one? Okay. Really? None of you?
I'm having a brain freeze right now. Complication. I feel like I would know it.
Not my specialty. Why don't you tell us what it is?
It is the strongest metal ever made. And it is a good conductor of heat. So much so that it retains it for days on end. Essentially, it can be superheated. It was used in kitchen knives, of all things, that apparently cut through cutting boards and ovens and whatever they were put upon.
Like kitchen knives do.
Do normal kitchen knives cut ovens?
No.
Oh.
It's a joke.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what we need. Would be something to elevate our pikes to something that could very easily penetrate power armor.
And the Ohio State Militia has this metal?
They have a batch of the knives that we were going to repurpose. They think they're just kitchen knives. They are so delightfully ignorant.
I think we can have a conversation and see how it goes. At the
If
very
anything,
least.
I'm sure the militia would be delighted to both, kill 2 birds with 1 stone, get rid of the Doppel soldiers, and have them go and be a thorn in the Brotherhood side.
Let's talk with them about that, see what we can do. We'll provisionally accept that offer.
3,000?
3,000 and your kitchen knives back.
3,000.
What's this guy's name?
Mike.
Sweet.
Yeah, his accent is totally fake.
I do hope we get him on our side, because someone who says delightfully naive and is still on our side is someone I want.
He was fun to play, even if he used a big joke.
Yes.
But
All right, we'll go scale the barricade over there and talk to them, and we'll get back to you.
If we needed, in addition to the pit crew, we could also go to Findlay, see if they have any spare horses.
What is this? Like the mystical horse?
Mounted knights would always be good.
Mike's gonna roll a perception check to hear that. Nope, it doesn't. Never mind.
Sometimes at work I process paperwork where people are from Findlay, Ohio. My first thought is the horse town. Wait,
Correct.
that's not like actually real.
They do like horses there,
Yeah.
from what I have been told.
So if next time I process someone from Findlay, I'd be like, do you have a lot of horses? Don't ask.
Yep.
Are you
We're
a
gonna
horse
go
guy?
talk to the militia.
Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. So you go over towards the barricade. The Hofbrau or the Doppel soldiers have their own, and you would see quite a few soldiers behind it, and a couple kind of perched on it with shotguns equipped. And you just see one of the guys with a pike just talking very loudly. No, no, no. Come on. You gotta give credit to Chuck Berry. He is the pioneer of modern rock. Absolutely. You guys are so stupid. You are ignorant people on music. And then you hear from the militia side. The Beatles are responsible for modern rock as we know it. You morons.
Or
coming from
maybe
you, son.
modern rock is a combination of multifaceted cultural influences that we can't directly track.
But we have something
But yeah,
better
it
to
was
talk
Chuck Berry.
about.
That sounds like a non-answer, lady. Wait, what did you say?
But yeah, it was Chuck Berry.
You hear this?
I mean, I'm more partial to the Beatles, but anyway, we need to talk about something.
Pretty sure Fox just
What do you need to talk about? This is the Doppel soldier guy.
Oh no, not you, the Ohio State Militia. Hey,
Oh,
you
yeah.
over there.
Just yell. They'll hear you.
Ohio
Yeah.
State!
We're coming over. We're not gonna fight.
Parlay?
What are you coming over for?
Parlay!
We have a
conversation.
solution.
I just heard 4 people.
We have a
Go
sol-
Buckeyes!
We have a solution to your Doppel soldier problem. We'd like to talk about it.
You're a Doppel soldier.
No, I'm not. Do I look like a Doppel soldier? Jerry's wearing his suit that he got.
You see someone poke their head up over the barricade. Oh, okay. Yeah, come on over.
Cool.
I'm gonna whoop over the barrier.
Okay, yeah. You walk over there with little incident, and you would have to hop over their own barricade. The woman who greeted you all looks to be. It's hard to tell with their like repurposed band uniforms. Someone of leadership, though.
Now, who was their? Was it a governor or who was in charge of them that we helped her or helped his daughter?
That would be the marshal. Marshal.
Apple white.
Sorry, I do have this written
Apple
down.
bottom jeans.
Boots with fur.
Gadsden.
fair.
Marshal Gadsden.
Gadsden.
No, that was the Marshall Applewhite was the guy who started Heaven's Gate cult. Like that.
Is there someone in charge here that we can talk to?
Yeah, that'd be me. Lineman Herzog.
What was that?
Lineman Herzog.
Lineman.
That's my title.
Okay.
Like Warner's called.
The Sad Beige Man. That's what I was thinking.
We've heard that you want to get rid of the Doppel soldiers over there, correct?
Well, we're not out here for a picnic.
Yep. We think we have a solution to that.
Okay.
We also heard that you all might have some bones to pick with the Brotherhood of Steel.
Whoa, this is a high-level conversation. Mm-hmm. Huh. Well, I mean, we're getting a tank here in an hour. That might deal with the whole Doppel soldier problem, but...
What if I offer you another solution that deals with both of those problems at once?
Well, I don't think I can... We're not at war with the Brotherhood.
I know,
Yeah.
you don't have to be. Thing is, we're having a little bit of a problem with the Brotherhood, and we kind of need to hire some people to help us, fight them and kill a bunch of them.
Oh, whoa. Slow down, buddy. You should go to the Armnasium and talk to
I
Oh.
mean, you told me you were in charge, so I.
I'm in charge of this little band right here.
Oh, so you're not allowed to,
Make
get rid
massive
of-
diplomatic decisions about different factions in Michigan. No.
Oh no, I mean just get rid of the Doppel soldiers and.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, just make them disappear before even needing the tank. Saving government resources, money,
Okay.
being a hero.
How?
Just
We're
let us
hiring
take
them.
them out of them. We're hiring them
To do what?
to fight the Brotherhood.
And also,
Where?
very
Here?
importantly, to move them away from here.
Upper Peninsula far enough for you?
Oh man, that is plenty far away. Yeah. That would save me plenty of time, though I don't recommend hiring these people. They're kind of petty criminals.
Oh, we're well aware of these people.
It's almost like
Yep.
that's the whole point.
Only catch is they're running out of halberds, pikes, those things. And do you have any spare kitchen utensils or knives or metal or
Pokey
anything that we
things.
can use?
What? You're asking me for kitchen knives?
That was their condition. I'm guessing they want to forge more halberds or whatever. I don't know. I would recommend guns, but
They seemed very particular about the kitchen knives. Did you take some from the Hofbrauhaus?
We took some that were going to be delivered there.
They're very particular about their knives.
Weird.
that's all I know about it. But honestly, if you gave it to us, we could just get rid of them for you.
I thought you said you were hiring them regardless.
Oh, we're hiring them, but that's what we're paying them with. Kitchen knives.
So we give them weapons and they leave. What guarantee do
No.
we have that they're not just going to come back?
Your
You
tank.
give us weapons. You give us the weapons, they leave, and then we give them what they asked for.
Right, so essentially we're giving them the weapons. How do we know that these weapons aren't going to be used on us?
Because
They
we're
are-
taking them very far away, and then we're going to send them somewhere else.
Again, what guarantee do I have that you're going to do that?
You outmatched them. You said it yourself. You've got a tank coming in an hour.
Yes.
You're giving them kitchen knives to fight your tank with. Does that make sense?
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check. Difficulty of 2. Charisma, speech.
Can I
Julian, you may
help?
assist. I will allow barter for
roll?
this one. This is a deal.
1.
One success.
2 from
Oh,
Jerry.
wait. I'm sorry. I was only supposed to roll 1 die there. I'm assisting.
This is in fact a woman.
I will
So you
reroll
can
that.
apply Lady Killer.
Oh.
Yeah, 1.
Well, I got 2 without Lady Killer, so
Okay. You can roll with 2 if you want to and just get 1 action point. Or you can try and farm for more. What do you want to do?
I'll just stick with 1 action point.
Okay. 1 action point it is. Deal. Yeah. We got the shipment over at the Armnasium if you want to go pick it up.
I could go pick it up.
Promise not to blow them all to high heavens in the meanwhile.
Yeah. We're having a nice chat anyway. Well, debate.
Yeah.
What side was she on?
She was the Beatles. Yep.
Walt looks over
That's
the
why
wall and
Jerry
says,
said Beatles.
"Rocks
He
are
doesn't
natural
care.
formations!" And then goes back down. Sorry, I felt like I needed to say my part.
We're talking about rock and roll. And roll. Don't forget the roll.
We go, Roll is just a geometrical magical system causing gravitational paranoias to happen on the ground.
What chems are you on, man?
Shrooms.
Why? Look, he does like the. Why are you telling them about my shroom eating? Like, he does like that is.
Let me
That
translate for
important?
him. He means Chuck Berry.
Wait, no, we don't, says the militia woman. Stop putting words into our mouth.
Oh, I'm putting words into his mouth.
Really? Chuck Berry. Name one Chuck Berry song. Wait. No, you're putting words in his mouth? Name
it's
one
what you
Chuck
meant.
Berry song. Do not look it up on your Pip Boy.
Okay.
Do not.
Sleight of hand check. Whoa.
Too easy. Johnny be good.
Oh, that was him?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you ever seen Back to the Future?
No.
Maybe
he-
they have a point.
Disciplining his son?
Yeah, but come on. You can list at least a dozen Beatles songs, though.
I haven't heard
Well,
either
but
of them.
half of the Beatles songs sound like they're, no offense, on
Like
shrooms.
they're rubbing wings together.
Hey, Wold, would you care to come help me carry knives from the Armnasium?
Oh yes, I can carry so many knives.
All right. Are all of you going to the Armnasium to go pick them up?
I just realized would know what these things are, but I guess he's never looked them up.
What?
He probably
The
would
knives?
know what rock and roll and some of these things are.
Oh, yeah,
but he
yeah.
probably just never looked it up.
Yeah, no, that sounds boring. Yep. The lineman would send basically a private with you guys, just so that there was a little bit of authority there, and you can be like, okay, knives, grab, leave. But you would see the familiar structure, the brick castle-like structure of the Armnasium, and you would see a lot more people around it than there were last time. A lot of militia members. And it seems that they are getting ready for something. You would pass on your way the tank, painted a deep crimson. And while doing that, the private with you guys would just bonk on it with the butt of his rifle and just say, "Hey, you guys can go home. You're good. We got this sorted out." Oh, thanks.
I'll call Horace on the way, by the way, and ask if we can get the pickup going.
Okay, sounds good. What are you saying to him?
You guys open for work?
Is this for the President of the United States?
If I say yes, does that make you more or less likely to help?
Less.
It's for me.
Why didn't you say so? What do you need?
Pickup of a mercenary group in Columbus. Bring them up to the Upper Peninsula, and if you'd be willing to help them, that'd be great too. They're
Attacking the Brotherhood?
not attacking the Brotherhood, convincing them not to attack the Enclave.
Intimidating them.
Yeah, show of force. Doesn't have to be anything more than that unless they attack first.
Upper Peninsula's far. And rather snowy now. But we could manage it. But we would need a good reason to do so. We don't normally pick sides in faction wars, especially ones with the Brotherhood.
So tell them you got paid off for it. Does, 6,000 sound about right?
$8 would probably cut it.
Couldn't go higher than 7.
Barter check. Difficulty of... This is a little hard. 3.
Thanks. Go, Joe.
That's 2. It's a 7, 8. 4.
Get 1 action point back. Only because I know Polis doesn't pay a squat. Fine.
What the common good
Oh.
isn't enough for you?
Absolutely not. In this economy,
Common good in this economy.
you can't buy cars with common good.
I'll see you soon.
We'll be there quicker than you think.
All right, we got pickup coming.
How fast do you think, Jules?
An hour and a half?
That you take
Faster
that
than
long
that.
to think?
That's how I was interpreting
Are
what
you
he said, too.
predicting events? How are we having this conversation? We should
Processing.
talk about this later.
Where's
Ah,
the cutlery?
The shrooms.
Yeah.
Did you ask about
Pretty
that?
quickly, the private would show you into a storage room, and you would see a large crate, probably about the size of this table, at least in length and width. It's
I could fit in that.
okay. I'll narrow it down. It's a little tall, but it's half the size of the table. So it's about
I could still fit in that.
about waist height and half the size of this table. But it is quite heavy. It is filled to the brim with, you would see branded on the sign, or on the side, it just says Cosmic Knives. And would just have a little cartoony guy just brandishing them.
Wold and Margie, do you think you guys are able to lift this together?
Probably.
I would have to turn this on. We'll need more of these things.
Power
Fusion
Force?
cores.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can you put it on our shopping list?
Always need more fusion cores. Can we lift this thing?
That's a great question.
Yeah. Strength check. Difficulty, because there's two of you, of 1.
Do we both make
But
the
you-
check or just one of us?
One of you can assist.
Are we able to use his skill for this?
Unarmed.
Unarmed.
Yeah, are we using
Or
the power
athletics.
suits or what is?
That's up to you.
Okay, I don't think I need it actually, but we'll see. We'll see.
Okay, I will say, I'm so sorry, I should have said this earlier. I thought, based on the power on comment, that you were both using power armor, which would drastically make lifting this easier. I'll say on your own, it would be, I'd up it to a difficulty of 2. With you using power armor and you not. If you both weren't, Margie, what's your strength?
11 with the power armor.
With it off.
Oh, with it off? 5.
5. Yeah, okay, so that would be like a 4 for you
you
to
do this?
lift it up.
No.
Yeah, power armor just
Jerry
makes it
wouldn't
much
have
better.
asked Margie if
Without the
if-
power
without the
armor.
Margie's not a beefcake.
Your choice. Fusion
What's
core.
Wold's like normal strength?
7, surprisingly.
That's pretty good.
That's not bad.
What's his unarmed? 0. Okay.
What's
Oh,
your,
or
what's the
athletics.
doc?
Okay,
6.
6.
His strength?
You just upped your strength, didn't you?
Well,
Tabitha and I and Margie all have less strength than you.
How much is it?
since
Okay,
Jerry
what's
got
your
off
endurance?
He's been
6.
He just upped
I
endurance.
just upped it.
hitting the gym.
Nice.
At least I'm equal with Jerry at this
Jerry's
point.
been
'cause I also
recovering
upped
since
it.
being cured from the REV.
Is he
Newbie
looking
fan.
a little swole right now?
He's looking less dead.
Nice. Is he like starting to look less aged? He's like starting to get into Tabitha's range.
It's probably more he's acting less old, grumpy.
Oh, so he's like not
feeling
my
better.
back every 5
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
That's me in real life.
Tosses his cane to
Insane.
the
He
side. I don't
He
need
walks
this
ar-
anymore.
He walks
Oh, wait, that's
around
my
without
sword.
the cane a little bit every now and then.
It's like, oh, you're so young, you're in the prime of your life, and I'm like,
All right, what are you doing?
Prime? It only gets worse.
What are you doing, Jacob?
Margie, what's your no arm? You're unarmed.
My unarmed is 4.
Or
And it's
athletics?
tagged. My athletics is nothing.
Okay.
Okay. I feel like we could do it.
Probably.
I mean, it's
Probably
only a
just the
difficulty of 2.
Yeah.
And she's using her power armor.
Let's give it a try.
Yeah. I believe in you.
Crit.
Good, because I only got 1.
All right, difficulty was 2, so get 1 action point back.
Really
Nice.
close.
Nope.
I needed a 15.
Get 1 action point back.
And I got a 16.
Marginal.
But you now have a crate of space age alloy kitchen knives,
That's
basically.
what I always wanted.
Yep.
Next Christmas list.
Well, let's go.
I like that since you got the crit, you're technically doing more than Margie in power armor. So Margie's got like the light end, and she's like, "This is easy."
We'll
And
like
then you're
we'll
over there like
pick you
killing
up.
yourself with
Okay.
it,
We'll
and
just,
about
like-
to get crushed.
Wolf like has pushed himself under it because he does endurance, so he's like, I'm gonna like endure this, and then he kind of took a little too much. Not obviously because Margie's here or anything. It just naturally.
It's
I'm
like
just
the-
gonna be
it's
pushing
the
most
boys
of
at
it.
This is
church
like the I have
lifting
8
chairs.
folding chairs thing.
You're like kind of like you're kind of like
Jerry's
like,
just gonna
I'm not
stand
about to
behind. All
have my
right,
arm
this
fall
way,
off or
back up.
anything.
Come on, and Jerry's gonna supervise.
And he's doing like the little like legs.
Okay. You now have around 2 miles to walk.
I'm getting there.
But that is included as part of the check. Yeah, you would walk over back towards the Hofbrau house.
Are you okay,
It's a
Margie?
long walk.
Don't suppose the marshal would
Okay.
be in the Armnasium.
Let me know if you need a break.
Could be worth a shot.
Okay.
I'll catch up.
We're not waiting for you.
Nope. I'm gonna ask if the marshal's around.
Okay, yeah, you would find the official headquarters of the militia there, and would see as a clerk working on glasses. Or, no, on a typewriter. He has glasses. What are these things?
What are they?
This is not typing very well.
Make
Those are your
better
glasses.
He is also the malicious optometrist. No, maybe. Can I help you?
I was gonna check to see the marshal was in the Armnasium.
Yes. What do you need him for?
I'm just trying to figure out how to put this.
Wait, what are you doing?
I want to tell him about the summit.
Oh,
I just have some news I think he'd appreciate being on the inside of.
I can relay that if it's important.
Tell him I hope his daughter is back and doing well.
You see him get a little antsy, or, well, concerned. Ma'am, are we gonna have a problem?
No, I hope we're gonna have the opposite of a problem. I'm part of the group that helped get her out.
Oh. Sorry.
You read that wrong. I get it.
No, it's
I'll be a little less opaque next time.
that's, kind of how they operate, saying things that aren't really the truth.
I'm not one of them.
He would hit an intercom. Sure, I've got someone I think you're going to want to see. All right, send her in. Or send M in. And it doesn't know your gender.
Thanks. Appreciate the help.
Yeah, thank you. You've really changed things around here, if what you say is true.
You're welcome. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go ahead and hit it.
Okay. Yeah, you would see a man in rather regal-looking clothing with the biggest epaulets you've ever seen, and also a rather big mustache.
Marshall, it's good to meet you. My name is Julian Ortega.
Julian Ortega, good to meet you as well. What news do you have for me?
I'm a part of Polis, the organization that helped get your daughter back from the mob.
So you say it was Polis. I've heard of you all, but haven't seen your work before.
It's, we like to stay a little out of the spotlight.
Well, we have one of you out near Dayton, and the militia who's been rather proficient, but it's good to see what you're working on here.
Well, maybe it shouldn't be me telling you this then, but I just wanted to pay a bit of a courtesy call and tell you that we're convening a summit of the different factions in the Midwest at Xanadu in 5 days' time. I'd like your people to be there if you'd have any interest. Talking about things that affect all of us.
Is there anything I can know in advance?
I'll spare you the technical details, but it has to do with a plan to restore the Midwest.
Restore how? Everybody thinks they're doing that.
Restore, like, cure the radiation, scientifically.
Okay. Where? I
What?
mean, where's the summit, of course?
Xanadu.
Oh, no. Why?
Because it's one of the few neutral parties out there. We've got
That's
them to agree
fair.
to shut down the blood spores for a couple days, if that's what you were worried about.
Yeah, diplomacy and blood sports don't exactly go well together.
You know, I had that same thought.
Well,
I'm sure your operative will talk to you about this in more length and more detail. I just wanted to make sure you were aware.
are you the person who freed my daughter?
I can't say I was. But
Do you know who did?
a good friend of mine is the one who asked for our help. A man named Marion Franklin.
Well, make sure and tell Marion that I don't have words to describe how grateful I am.
I'll tell him.
He's made a big difference here. I've had 2 hands, my most important hands, tied behind my back for the last year or so because of the mob. And that's ending now.
It's hard to negotiate when something you love is at risk.
It's impossible to negotiate. Well, good. So when is the summit?
5 days' time from now. Should give you plenty of time to get over there.
All right. Well, I'll bring my best percussionist and I'll be there.
It'll be good to see you. I'll be there myself. Well, that's all I had. I just wanted to let you know.
Well, from the bottom of my heart, Julian, Miss Ortega, thank you.
Glad to hear your daughter's home safe.
She is. If only today was Bring Your Daughter to Work Day. You could
Well,
meet
I
her.
wouldn't recommend bringing her to the summit, but I'd have loved to meet her.
She's probably seen enough violence for her entire life. Well,
Well, I'd better catch up with the rest of my group. I just wanted to apprise you of what's going on. Thanks for the
of
time.
course. And let me know if there's anything else that Polis might need.
I'll get in touch with your operative.
Of course. Do you know him much?
Who would their operative be? Would I know them?
Yes. You would have met the Ohio Polis operative, and he would have voted aye for your motion. What's the name of the Minotaur? Is it just the Minotaur? Or
No, he does have a name.
Oh.
It's like close
It's an
to...
A name.
Because it's like... It sounds like his dad's, but I don't remember his dad's.
It's not Asterion, is it?
from Baldur's Gate 3?
Isn't
Is that what I'm
guy,
thinking
the
of?
one that, like, everyone sings for?
Yep, that's the one.
The one turns into a bear.
Give me a minute.
No, that's the druid.
Oh.
Bears.
I was just reading about this the other day.
Man. In a game...
Asterion.
Oh,
It is
you were
Asterion.
totally right. What? Okay. Wow, I had
They
no
probably
idea.
named the Baldur's Gate character after him.
But that's the vampire, and this is the Minotaur. Those are
Well, they
totally
both
different.
feel-
Maybe
Trapped
they're
emotionally.
it's probably a thematic connection,
Oh, no.
not a like, Minotaur. It's
Okay.
like their vibes and the torture of like the things that have been outside of your control coming. I
mean,
haven't
that
played
or
the
they're
game.
just
Said
both
cool
hot.
sounding names.
This is so funny because
Nice.
Asterion, the Asterion that you know, is none of those things.
He's not
No.
handsome and
Well-
half bull and tragic
His
and
nick-
in a maze.
His haircut's tragic.
the only part of him, the only part of him that is half bull is in fact his name. His first name is Bull.
Nice.
That's it.
name.
Bull Fraser is his name,
All right.
and he is in fact a very, he's a bull of a man. Hence the nickname.
Would we ever like interact at a PolisCon or what have you?
Yeah.
PolisCon. That was
No,
my
that's what
deepest
it-
wish for this game was to get us PolisCon. We got a summit, so I guess that's
We
kind of
got
close.
Summit of Poliscon.
Yeah, he's a
gonna-
really big, rather friendly guy. Kind of like a little bit like Buster. Not a family guy though.
Yeah, no, I mean we don't interact regularly, but he's a good guy.
Do you know his real name? Because
Oh.
I do. No.
That's not his name.
No. It's a privilege of this position is knowing all the paperwork. I met him once and gave him a citation, and I reviewed his paperwork.
Citation for what?
Bravery. The medal.
Oh, in a good way.
Like a parking ticket.
Yeah, what's the T on
No, a
that?
parking ticket is what we're gonna get for parking a plane on a building.
I thought he was in trouble. I was like, oh.
No,
Yeah.
that's totally fair. You could give a citation as like a medal and also as like a you broke the law.
Some meter maid like,
And,
your tail fins
What
over the
what
line.
name did you?
Delbert.
No.
Go lord it over his head. Unless he's the person that saved my daughter. Well,
You're-
no, he's not Marion.
You're pulling my leg.
Nope, Delbert.
Thank you.
I understand why he goes by Bull now.
Yeah, that clears some things up. Wow.
Now go. Wield this information with punitive justice.
I'm gonna salute. And then leave.
Yeah, he gives just a coy salute back.
And then catch up with the rest of the gang.
There you go.
Jerry's still standing behind them, helping by telling them what to do.
I mean, I'm just saying, it sounds like he's disciplining his son. Johnny Be Good, name of his son.
Well, do you need help there?
No, Margie's.
He's very much so
most
lifting
of
with
it.
his back.
No, he's like
Your legs.
his whole body. He's like
Yeah,
every-
so
Okay,
He's like-
people lifting with their back is my bread and butter. I'm a doctor.
Keep lifting with your back. I can charge extra for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
I'm also
you
a
charge
chiropractor.
extra. Be careful.
I mean, you don't need an actual doctor for that anyways, so.
Yeah, maybe like take a look at it afterwards. It's probably fine. I'm barely holding any of it. I think Margie's must.
If he
doing
makes
it.
that noise, I'm gonna go take his hat with him.
No.
When I
you
catch
should
up.
help Margie. She's probably the one holding most of it.
I'm fine.
He is in power armor.
I'm going to make an insight
Okay.
check
Just, like,
on Wolf's
strolling.
behavior.
Yeah. Okay.
Do I detect showing off?
No.
Check for that.
Charisma, talking. No. What do
Three
you get?
three successes.
Yeah. You start to think through what you saw when he was picking up, and you start to see the pieces come together. Oh, well, I'll just turn this off, and like, okay, I'll just grab this and then pick it up, and then him like kind of scoot a little too far in, naturally just taking a little bit more of Margie's than a normal person would, and then being like, was that
Julian,
awkward?
come here.
Maybe I shouldn't do that. I'll just start talking about something else. I'm not being awkward. I'm not doing this really. I'm just, what's happening?
Julian,
And then
go
that
help.
made him all the way down.
Go help on Margie's end.
I just stopped helping on Wolf's end.
I know it will make him feel. I don't.
It
I
will
think-
make him feel pain.
I know, but it will make him feel good inside. Trust me. It's intuition into his culture.
I'm gonna give him a side eye and say,
Roll for insight.
he's totally into Margie, isn't he?
He is.
All right.
Referring to
gonna
the
go.
male culture.
He's showing
We'll
off.
just looking over and be like, I don't
I'm
think
gonna
they picked up
go
anything. I
step
was
in
holding- I had
next
a
to
mask
Margie.
on.
I'm gonna go step in next to Margie and say, "Here, I'll help with that." Barely touch the thing.
Yeah,
Well,
you're the
he's
guy
like-
cutting the cake that's not holding
Wolf
the knife.
hasn't noticed. Wolf hasn't noticed, and you like take off your hands. He's just holding it. He hasn't like noticed until like the end. He's like, oh, did you switch? Ah, yes, she was holding. Were you not wearing power armor?
Just
That's
thought she might need
dangerous.
some help.
You could throw out your back. Well, then goes and like goes like like way too flexible and comes back.
Is Chuck Berry someone you know?
No, a musical artist.
He's a
Kat
famous.
is watching all of this with like the judgiest expression on her face. Like,
Keep backing up. You're good.
Behold, the saviors of the Midwest.
Like a musician you've heard?
Not personally. He's been dead for a long time.
Oh.
Pre-war.
Unless you turn into a ghoul.
Ghoul Chuck Berry?
Is the
He's dead.
Beatles a guy too?
Ghouls live
It's a
down there?
group of guys.
Before like Fallout.
Also dead.
So he couldn't have been.
Oh,
All his pep
I feel like
Beatles
Ringo
are dead?
Starr should
That's good.
canonically still be alive and a ghoul. And everyone's like, they're all dead, and then Ringo Starr's like, what?
I'm gonna start lifting my Pip-Boy towards Margie.
Margie!
What?
Oh, Chuck Berry was a musician from the 1950s. He pioneered rock and roll music inspired by classic blues, which, come on, you've heard the blues, right?
No.
Oh!
Hey, Pip,
What? Yeah.
remember the musical archives I gave you?
Yes.
Wanna pick some now?
Okay, let's start with Zydeco, which is like blues polka, kind of. Do you know what either of those things are?
Watch your step, Margie.
It's okay,
Just
I
so
got her.
funny to be like, okay, let's start your musical education easy. Zydeco. That's the weirdest intro.
It is. Yeah, it's not the right place to start.
This is what everyone else is listening to when Zydeco band starts playing. Oh.
I mean, it's not bad. And it was an inspiration for rock and roll.
Once the music
so.
starts playing, Jules will just quietly say to Pip, "You know, Jem always liked music too."
Yeah.
Glad to hear
I
you taking
remember.
after that.
Well, remember the song that came up.
It's good to see you're still interested in a little rock and roll. And Zydeco.
It's fun. They use a washboard. I feel like you could bring that back here because there's like so much junk you could just play music on.
Start looking around.
There are no washboards nearby as far as you can see.
Except somebody's washboard abs.
Watch us to put hand on.
Beefcake! Beefcake King!
Playing Zydeco music on my
just a
platonic
weird little-
friend's washboard abs.
You know,
I hate you guys.
you tolerate us. I won't say
But
loud.
don't worry, we're still just friends.
Okay, not to get weird, but I feel like if someone had their mouth at the right angle, that could be like the jug that you like blow across the top.
no.
You all would be cited by the Doppelsoldiers.
I'm just thinking of an all-human,
Like a citation
technically.
for bravery?
Was that?
Like a
technically
citation for bravery or a
acapella.
parking
No.
ticket?
Seen. You are seen and heard by the Doppelsoldiers. They have validated
I'm
you.
sorry, it
No.
was they validated us?
Yeah.
They validated our parking.
No citation.
Validated right now.
That's what I thought we were going to have a parking
here we
ticket
go.
for sure.
I really thought.
All right, here's the ramp, Margie. All right, watch your step.
You just see the ones behind the battlements just go, yeah, yeah. And then one of them just slaps him on the side. Yeah, yeah.
Old seems encouraged by this.
And going over the barricade, which you would be able to do despite the sheer feat of endurance that you just accomplished, you would see Mike, his face now. He's taken the power armor helmet off. Wow. That was quicker than I thought you were able to do.
It's not that heavy.
It's not. I mean, she did most of the work.
Might I say, you have a very fine spear.
A what?
Your spear.
Spear.
Oh, my shovel. I mean, sacred spear. Yes, yes.
What? It is a shovel?
It's long story. It might be a shovel, but we call it the sacred spear. It's very good, very wise. And
So it's like a religious relic to you.
I mean, we don't pray to it, but it's important.
Well, you don't have to pray to a relic. You can just value it.
It's a relic, yeah. Not in a bad way.
It's also probably pretty good if you need to dig a hole.
You dig in many holes.
Well, speaking
What
of
the fuck?
relics, we have
That's why your
something
relics
very
did dig
valuable
holes in my
here.
yard. And to shovel manure.
What did he say? I'm sorry.
Albert! And he's going to just gesture towards one of his guys. Crowbar! And that white guy would hand him a crowbar, and he would crack open this crate. And in it are arrayed at least 200 of these kitchen knives. And you would see Mike just grab one. Werner! Werfer. And you would see another guy come around the corner with a flamethrower.
Nice.
Mike holds it up,
Wold picks out a piece of meat, sticks
Is
on
your-
one of his.
and Werner
Hey,
points the flamethrower up.
Mike, better not do this in front of the Ohio State Militia. I kind of downplayed them as just kitchen knives.
But I already have the flamethrower.
Take it in the back of the
Do
alley.
it. Do
This
it.
is a
do it
gesture
out
for our band.
Okay, they just might not be happy if they see it's more than just a kitchen knife.
User, you're large. Can you stand in the way of us in the militia?
Takes his kid.
Don't mind us, just a religious ritual. Proceed.
Oh!
Gives the dog a
Wold
lick.
starts making
Jacob,
noises.
where's your blanket?
Get yourself a beefcake. They're good for standing underneath a crate of knives, playing Zydeco music when you don't have a washboard handy,
Hey, that was
being a
good.
screen for privacy.
Multi-purpose.
They can do
So-
We got
everything.
props.
Werner
Props
Woodworth.
for these.
And
I need to
Yeah.
practice my dances anyway. This is important. It's part of the culture.
He's
so the
doing like a
flamethrower would
bird mating
ignite,
ritual right now.
and you all would see the slightly purple sheen of the cosmic knife just grow brighter and brighter.
Nice.
And then flame stops, and it continues to glow that bright. Klaus. And you see just another rather shy-looking double soldier waddle up. Take off your torso piece. Hold it. And he would take off just a little bit of his metal armor that he has. Hold it steady. And Klaus would.
What's up, guys? Welcome to 1000 Green Knife versus Power Armor. We got the knife hot, so let's get into it.
And you would see as Mike just dashes forward and cuts clean through this entire, it's not power armor, but this metal piece of armor. And you would see Klaus crumple to the ground. Roll the complication. Oh no.
Jerry's gonna rush over.
Klaus, are you okay?
First aid.
Klaus!
Yeah, to save this man's life, it is going to be a medicine check difficulty of 3.
Can I help?
Sure. Yep.
Is it okay if I use this
Yeah.
Yeah.
for me?
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Of course it is.
Okay, 19. Nothing.
This is why we don't play with knives. I'm gonna reroll this one with my medic focus.
I decided to go on full wacky fallout for this session.
Okay, 4
Nice.
4 successes
from Jerry.
Wold.
No.
Okay, so that is 1 action point back. Yeah, you very quickly dive in and tend to this serration and what is it called? An ablation when you like suffer a heat-based wound.
Lip burn.
It's a lot to work through. This would definitely be a war crime if the Hague still existed. But you successfully saved this man's life. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Don't mention it, and maybe we shouldn't play with knives like that.
Playing with knives and
For what it's worth, I'm sorry, Klaus. I wasn't trying to do that. And good on you for not flinching whatsoever. That is the courage that we need in our outfit. Well, this is all, dare I say, wunderbar.
I'm going to go get your payment.
I need
Yes.
to get me one of these knives. I think my sacred spirit could use a little coating.
Maybe you could.
I'm gonna go get 3,000 of our 10,000.
You don't need that. You're hot enough by yourself.
Wait, did Margie
Thank
say
you,
that?
Margie.
No.
Well, yeah, I was like, if you
like,
did that,
oh,
you need to roll
where'd that
the
come
thing,
from,
man.
Margie?
She's just like standing there completely like still. You're hot enough by yourself. It's like,
What? This is it.
No.
It's too quiet. Looks at and says, let me know, Mike, if any more of this metal that's not in a pointy shape, and maybe, let me know if you have any spares. Sacred spirits.
Well, these are all knives. There is no other Saturnite. I think there's some out west, but perhaps in the fires of an atomic forge, you might be able to reforge some of this. You do seem like someone who values the old ways of proper combat. So take one. We've got enough.
Oh, thank you.
You did, in fact, earn it.
Takes the knife.
You seem to be a good new member of this group. The last time I saw them, they were completely in shambles. They gave me piss to drink. It was... Oh,
They give you piss to drink?
well,
Charity's
they
here.
thought it
March
was
is
high-quality beer. And it was... It was not.
There was an actual W creeping in there, and he's like, no.
You fought it down.
Yeah.
But this
Well-
is high quality.
Yes, it is. It is. Also, I've had worse things, so don't worry. Not the knife, the beer.
The piss.
Well, I mean, you all have a helicopter now. You have a lot of caps, apparently.
3,000 less now, and I'm going to go ahead and give him a bag.
Ah, good.
Your pickup should be here. I'm gonna check my Pip-Boy soon.
Good. Well, I wasn't exactly thinking that we would be working with the pit crew anytime soon, but I'm excited for the opportunity.
I think you hit on just fine. Now remember, when you get there, your goal is to stall, to get them to stop attacking. If they launch an attack themselves, then you get to test those out. Not before.
All right.
Those are the conditions.
I'm sure we can look plenty menacing. Especially with these now.
That'll be a boon.
It'll be a lot more than just some radar band from Columbus. That was never the goal. It might be nice to see someone stand up against the Brotherhood for once. Do you know what happened to the knights of old?
I think they died of old age.
Well, yes.
Or, you know,
And they
we're-
died by the pike.
Being a knight's a bit of a dangerous business.
What's that?
Being a knight's a bit of a dangerous business. Probably more got cut down, burned
By pikes.
dragons. Yeah, sometimes.
The pike is the foremost weapon for melee combat. And those knights won't be ready when we hit them, or when we are next to them and encourage them not to fight us. Oh, come on now, we're not charging right into the ranks.
All right,
But we will if we have to.
if you have to.
We are going to skewer them like kebabs.
If you have to.
If we have to.
It will be legendary if you have to.
And if not,
Hypothetically, it
still
will be
pretty good.
legendary. Good. Well, do you all want a beer before we leave?
I could use.
Why not?
That is the one problem with us leaving, is we will have to lose our distillery. Oh well.
Well, you have the caps to build a better one.
It's a bit of a trade-off with the for the cosmic knives, but we'll see.
I think it'll be a fun project for you.
I hear Milwaukee is good this time of year.
I'm gonna make a little mental note of which Polis operatives are near Milwaukee, just to kind
Yep.
of give them a heads up.
Yep.
They're gonna build a distillery in Milwaukee.
All right. So, in just a brief time, you would hear the roars of motors as an entire caravan of pretty much every vehicle that the pit crew has rev up to the Hofbrau house. And you would see all of these doppel soldiers equipping cosmic knives as impromptu spears, attaching them to broom handles and that sort of thing. That's a temporary solution. They'll make actual spears with them eventually.
Oh, I'm sure.
But right now, these are too cool not to brandish. So, they're brandishing. You would see Phaethon hobbling towards you on his Protectron legs.
Oris,
Well,
good to see you.
good to see you too. This is all rather sudden. We're not actually planning on taking the Brotherhood, right?
No. You're there to sit around and look pretty and convince them not to attack us.
You don't have to pay me to look pretty.
Don't think you'll have any trouble with that.
Well, it'll be a long journey up to the Upper Peninsula, but we'll make do.
You can take some beer with you, as long as you're not driving.
Beer? They have. Oh. I mean, that does look like a brewery.
Might be a good way to make new friends.
All right. Well, I'd estimate we be up there by. Give us 2 days at most. And we'll be quicker than that.
The Enclave is holed up near and in Sawyer Air Force Base.
Okay. You got me coordinates earlier, so. I'll be there.
Just make sure they're all right,
Is it your family?
among others.
All right. Well, if we need to, we'll run circles around them.
Good. No.
The Brotherhood,
Wouldn't
not your
expect
family.
you to do it for free. I'm gonna
Yeah,
pass in the
Speed
bag.
Demoness would not allow me to do this without that. Thank you. She'll be mighty happy. It's been a while since we've got a paid job this big.
It's good to hear. Well, see you at the summit.
I'll be there. Well, no. I'll be at Sawyer Air Force Base.
Well, I mean, hopefully we're going to need some transport for some of them and some of us to come down there.
Some
If
of them?
we can get. That's what we agreed to offer a seat at the table. If they're not willing to take it, might just need to be some of us.
Brotherhood's bigger than probably the ones up there.
I've got Marion going to talk to them.
Gotta have mercy on their souls.
That's what I thought.
Well,
Time out clock.
oh yeah, your alarm clock. Yep. What was I gonna ask?
Yes, you can probably have some beer.
That was implicit. No, I was gonna ask something important. Yeah. What's it called when a government pays someone to do criminal acts? There's a fancy title for that, right?
What is that called?
Like, it's not piracy.
Unless it's that one queen that did that.
Privateering.
You interested in becoming privateers?
I don't know why you'd want ownership of tears, but
It's a word that means someone contracted by the government to do illegal acts.
no, I think I was thinking of goons.
Oh, that works too.
No, G-men. We're your G-men.
What does the G stand for?
Government. What did you think it stood for?
I wasn't sure.
Goons.
Goon man.
That was the name of the what is the quartet that Frank was gonna get together for his restaurant, the Good Men.
I just like the idea that that's the coalition name of the pit crew and the Doppel soldiers. We are the Goon Men.
All right, Horace, you'll be our goon man.
Just call it G-men.
That makes you feel better.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, stay safe out there.
Tell me if you need anything. They don't have communications inside the Air Force Base, so you'll be our eyes and ears.
They do now.
Oh,
Remember? Jamming ended when you flew away.
but not for them.
Huh?
But not for them inside.
What do you mean?
I mean, could we reach them even though they're being jammed?
No, it ended not because you were out of range, but because Wilson Steeples destroyed their
Oh, you're right, you're right.
electronic warfare equipment.
I'll tell my people you're coming.
Wonder if Steeples made it.
He did.
Yeah, he,
All right.
he feels like the roach connected to the big metal robot. He not go down like a log.
What?
Yep.
Because you chop the log down and it falls over.
That sounded like the Beatles.
We'll get to that once we get into the vertebrate. Pip, you got a few Beatles songs queued up?
But why are we listening to animal noises? I mean, it's a good idea, but it's odd that you record.
Well, you're going to love Yellow Submarine.
Okay, this one's great.
Wait.
We.
Copyright!
It's not like
singing
just
it.
making for the helicopter.
I'm actually covered in saying you are allowed to sing it, but I can't repost it.
Oh yeah. Like I said.
Yep. You can make recreations, even if they are terrible.
Especially if they're terrible.
All right,
Yes.
everyone. Not really.
No.
But we all live in a yellow submarine.
Yes.
This is not even the
hate it.
submarine episode. You missed the chance. You were in a submarine.
That one wasn't yellow.
Well, there was a lot of cowardice going
could
on.
have been.
So you guys decided not
We
to
all live
nuke
in a
everyone.
yellow-bellied submarine?
Next campaign, we are living in a sub.
Sub man.
What?
Next campaign.
A Subway sandwich
There you
shop.
go. We're just a subway crew. Oh, gosh.
Fallout Subway Surfers? All right.
Do you want that toasted? You're gonna have to answer if you want that toasted. No, don't
Where
tell me
are we
what
off to
vegetables. Let's go
next?
after they're toasted.
That's a great question. Where
And that's
are
the
we
whole
off
campaign.
to next?
It's a good question. You would go back to the vertibird, and the president would ask you the same question. Well, sounds like everything went well here, so where to next?
I mean,
We will need to wait for Barnes to pull his strings with the Union and the Brotherhood.
you
That's
think
right.
it's the best idea now?
Yeah.
Won't incite anything?
Oh, we want to incite as much as we can against the Brotherhood.
But we don't want to do anything that would jeopardize the summit.
Oh, no, it won't. I think the Brotherhood is the biggest threat against the summit now.
But we don't want to act in a way that's going to tell Polis we're not willing to work with them.
Oh, no. We're willing to work with them. It's the Brotherhood attacking the Union.
How exactly did you work that out?
Well, the mob is going to leak information to the Brotherhood about the Union's projects.
As of right now, the Union would probably be on the Brotherhood's side in any summit negotiations.
Correct.
If we can diplomatically isolate the Brotherhood, that sets us up better for the summit.
At least gives the Union ears to hear. That won't tie back to us?
There was no guarantee there. But I hope not.
Besides, we have information on Barnes that gives him reason not to leak that information. If he leaks that information, or if they find out and connect it to us, we can just tell how, well, Barnes really shouldn't be in charge of the mob. And we can get
you're
Al.
both satisfied that this is the right decision.
I think it's the only decision to get the Union, at the very least, not on the Brotherhood's side. At the very least, we need them neutral. It'd be great if we could get them on our side. But I'll take them just not on the Brotherhood's. This is the kind of thing that would get that there.
All
I
right.
mean, we could always just fly there and make our case personally.
That's the part I was going to talk to you about. I think most of the organizations in the Midwest are represented by Polis agents. I think they'll be able to get many of the factions mobilized, but those that haven't might be good to pay a couple of house calls.
There is a Polis agent in the Union. I have not written yet, unfortunately.
Oh, good.
Yep, they're in Illinois, though. Well, Madam Secretary, it's your call. Who do you think needs a visit?
Can we trust the Union not to hand us over to the Brotherhood?
Yes, especially considering we already have half of our population with them right now. They're humanitarians at heart. They'll shoot if they, think that you're a hazard to them or you're dealing in anything illegal, but they're not people to start wars out of aggression. Unless you muck with their trains.
Well, I mean, I think it wouldn't be a bad idea to go over there and talk to them, but first I was thinking there's a vacancy. Someone that probably wouldn't have been notified about this. I think we better make a visit back to Delaware Trade Lines.
Oh no. Why?
That'll be awkward.
You stop paying us, so we're gonna ice the Midwest.
Yeah, I need to talk to them about
You wanna
that.
come to the meeting we're having about that?
I primed Ulster that something was going on, but he doesn't know yet. And, well, I guess that would have been my responsibility.
Do we need to visit in person? I feel like that's a phone call we can make.
Well, you know what they say. Face to face does mean a lot. We do have 5 days to kill.
And I think a couple of house calls, shaking hands, things like that wouldn't go wrong.
Additionally, if we're going to pull this off, sure, the factions are great for defense and for getting people to move. But I think, other than the mob, Delroy Trade Lines has more knowledge on the roots and the logistics of the Midwest. They're probably the foremost logistical pick. And, they are a legitimate business and don't enterprise in chems.
No, the problem there is I haven't exactly heard what's been going on politically. Last I was aware, it was a
It's a business.
number
There are no
of-
politics. Really?
Martin, I'll excuse that one.
Okay.
But none of the candidates to take Mr. Delroy's place were good choices. Hopefully, they're still in a state of having to choose.
You know who the current
Holster.
CEO of
Holster.
DTL is.
Oh, he actually.
He told you that. Yeah.
I forgot that happened. I'm sorry. Go
That's
ahead
okay.
and remove the last.
I wasn't
4
there, and
months
I
there.
remembered it happened.
Deep.
Rip. Actually, I think the new CEO would be pretty amenable if he'd talk to him face to face.
And you didn't burn any bridges with them?
I didn't
No, I didn't.
burn any bridges, but I did leave. Hopefully, he doesn't hold that against me.
Well, it's a business. Did you give your 2 weeks' notice?
We didn't give any notice. That's why they quit paying us.
Well,
Ah.
about that, I guess I'm still an employee, so
Oh.
maybe I could go.
Oh. Well, that could work. Or at least you could pave the way for the rest of
Yes.
you all to go.
Uh-huh. That could work. Yes. That's what chiefs have to do. Negotiate.
You sound really hesitant.
I think it'll be fine. I think I can do it. Yeah.
Do you need
This is a
someone to
good-
go with you?
Please, I need some coaching.
We'll all go together.
Okay, I will. Yeah,
Well, excellent.
I will coach you on all matters of speaking to men, women.
Why did you specifically be like men, and then there was like a pause, and then you said women?
I noticed that too.
Is there a reason?
In case you ever need to talk to one. Either one.
Wait,
Oh, well, yes.
hold
of course,
on.
We could do that.
You would see Susanna Russo come down from the vertibird. Did you say a business?
Susanna, I think we got you a new job. We could maybe.
Whoa.
They could use it, I'm sure. Maybe keep the low on your last. But it was a big company, though.
Do you? I mean,
be
that's if you'd be willing to talk with them, with the president and Wold here,
Whoa.
could be helpful. Be the voice. of
Talk with them
Excelsior.
about what exactly?
We're letting them know about the summit, about what we're deciding with Excelsior.
And the
Oh, yeah.
business potential. And the growth and the human benefits and things like that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I could definitely make a good case for that. And this would be one I wouldn't write a script for. It's
I think Ulster would appreciate that. He's kind of a genuine guy.
really, what's he like?
He doesn't like to pay people.
Apparently.
Well, he'd work great at Voltec.
He's a straight shooter. Think you'll get on just fine as long as you're honest.
Okay. Well, I mean, I went toe to toe with Frederick Solomon, so, well,
I don't think Ulster will be nearly as intimidating as him.
well, good. Okay. Yeah, I'd be happy to accompany this business negotiation.
All right, then we got a next stop, and stop after that. We'll go see our people and talk with the union. Sound good? Jane's gonna want to see you.
It'll be good to, well, share good news. Sounds like a plan. That was rather accurate. Good job. All right. We
I'm
will,
not.
for the sake of, we're just at a good stopping point right here. Unless you all have any social business you want to take care of while on the
feel like-
vertibird.
Even like some small stuff. Like I think Vold will then talk with Jerry, and that's why. There we go, connecting it. That's why Vold is suddenly better at talking because he started taking lessons from Jerry.
Oh no.
It's like, so you're
Jerry's
saying
like, so
that
be a little
actually
bit of a jerk.
insulting someone is a way to make connections because you're lowering their guard.
It works for some people. I don't
feel
think
like
it would
I
work
wouldn't-
for you.
I don't think I know good insults.
Let's skip the insult lesson for now. Let's focus on compliments for now.
Are you good at those?
What is a good?
What I want to be.
What's a good
What
compliment
This is how you-
for a warrior kind of person who maybe is a little non-violent?
I see.
Like after a battle, like what's the
Non-violent
normal
warrior.
like social thing that you say?
What's the compliment for a warrior who is non-violent after a battle?
Let's see.
When
I
do
see.
you have one of those?
I see your tongue is sharper than your spear.
Okay, so I need to operate in a spear. Mm-hmm. What if they don't carry a spear?
Say whatever weapon they're carrying,
Okay.
unless it's a blunt weapon.
Okay. Well,
Or
it
a
would be
gun.
blunt weapon. What if it was
Tongue
like?
is sharper than your
What if
plasma
it was like hand-to-hand
rifle.
combat?
What?
Like hand-to-hand
Thanks, my
combat.
plasma rifle does have some great jagged
Hand-to-hand
edges.
combat.
Should get those
Got a
filed
hand
down.
on
Your
Yeah.
wit is faster than your fist.
With this faster than this. That sounds. Is that a good compliment? I don't know. Dude.
For someone from your culture, probably.
Well, I mean, what if it's like outside
Is
of
this a
my culture?
microaggression?
Just
It
start
depends.
there and
Okay,
work.
give me
with it.
a person. Like if you're trying to compliment, let's say
Just
Margie.
a random one. I mean,
Okay, give me your best compliment for Margie.
yeah, just a random person.
Okay, you want to compliment Margie,
Sure.
for example.
Yes.
What would you say?
The third time he says that, Margie's gonna do like an
warrior
owl.
who won a
tip.
battle, who uses unarmed weapons.
Like that,
so
just
your wit is quicker than your hugs.
Okay.
That doesn't quite fit. What is a good? Does that need to shop it, or should I just?
We're like,
Why don't you just go say, hey, you are a very nice ghoul.
Hey, Jerry.
It sounds a little-
Jerry. Jerry.
Who's this?
This is Pip.
Oh, yes, Pip.
Hey, can I join this conversation?
Sure.
Okay, just wanted to ask permission.
Pip's like,
What are you guys
I just
talking
wanna be
about?
Included.
See, we're talking about complimenting people.
Oh.
And that's the thing you can do. Ask for permission to butt into conversations.
Yeah.
Why did you call someone right now?
Oh, do you hear that voice?
oh, you. Oh.
Did he not know about that?
Oh, I don't think I've really met you yet. My name's Pip.
This is Pip. See the face?
Hi.
Hello.
I am an artificial intelligence.
Say what?
Well, I'm not human. But I am.
Get away from my soul! And he runs out.
What the? But I
tried.
didn't say anything rude. What?
He's. It's okay. It wasn't you. It's probably something he ate.
He's been on those mushrooms
Jerry.
all day.
You know I'm not gonna believe that.
You guys hear bang, bang, bang. Crash on the ground.
Oh,
Is he trying to destroy the plane?
I'll go
Hearing
check.
that,
He's
I'd like to get up from the co-pilot seat with Margie and
Yep.
go see what's happening.
Pip. He's never seen computers before, so you probably just. scared him.
Oh, so this is like a show George Washington and Pip Boy kind of situation.
Except,
the world has
except-
been opened up.
Wold? I gotta like peek down to where Wold is.
He's like picking himself up.
What? What happened?
The
Wold?
underworld got opened up. Ah, this spirit's escaping. We need to
Jacob.
get out of here.
I mean,
I'm not a spirit.
Wold. I'm gonna look
Wold.
up at Jerry and then I'm gonna look back at Wold. Is this about Pip?
Who is Pip?
don't
Me.
worry. It's controlled.
Pip
Hey.
is.
Not you controlled. It's not bad magic.
Do you know what an artificial intelligence is?
Yes, it is a dark spirit bent on world domination that pulls itself out from the other world.
No.
Pulling itself out
Well,
from
do you
the
know what a
other world.
computer is?
Yes, it is a magic stone box that sends through signals in it and is usually powered by dark spirits coming up.
Okay.
Coming up.
Okay, I can
Maybe
work
the
with that.
wasteland doesn't need to be saved.
Well,
listen.
Wold. Not all computers are built using dark magic.
Some use good magic, like
And-
this one.
Some computers, when you rearrange the good magic, you can create a good, friendly spirit. And that's what Pip is.
That's not how magic works.
How do you know how
It
magic
is if
works?
you're a
Have
very
you seen
good
it?
practitioner.
I've been
of-
studying it my whole life.
So have
Mr.
we.
Would.
Yes, little, what did they call you? Pip?
Yeah, that's what they call me. Yep. Do you know what DNA is?
No.
No? Okay. Well, every human being is constructed according to instructions that are in your very body that tell your body how to run and how to
Oh, you
make new
mean
stuff.
Dana.
You don't know?
No, you're
Oh,
talking about
Dana.
Dana.
No, it's an acronym
Dana.
that stands
Dana.
for
Deoxyribonucleic acid.
yeah, what
What
the
he
doctor
said.
said.
Dana, yes.
Right. And that is composed of 4 different Pip knows exactly what these are called. Crap.
Ribosomes?
No.
No.
Adenine, guanine, thymine,
Bases.
cytosine.
Yeah.
Bases?
Bases.
Yeah. Bases. The ones that I just listed. But essentially, it's all about whatever those different combinations are. Essentially tells your body how to be you. Except for me, it's just ones and zeros. Look, take a look. This is me. And he would just display a massive screen of ones and zeros. That's it.
Well, do you trust us not to use dark magic?
He looks around and then he looks at Margins. Would you all say that you are trustworthy with connecting a mind of a creature outside this realm into a digital body?
I'm not outside this realm. I'm in it.
Yes, that's what's happening right now.
I'm fine with it, honestly.
Well, do you remember the things that I've done with computers before while you've been traveling with us?
Yes.
Things like protecting people. So you understand that whatever magic is in computers, you can use it for good. Well, when I created
So
Pip,
you're a witch shaman?
Yeah.
you know, I prefer the term warlock.
Warlock. Yes, another good one.
Julian, are you sure this is a good idea?
I don't think he's going to get the principles of coding anytime soon.
But isn't this like lying to him?
We're using a language he understands. No.
I'll explain it to him.
Pip
slowly.
from the Nether Realm. Have you?
I don't like being referred to as that.
Oh,
It's just Pip.
Yeah,
um,
just Pip.
Pip, just Pip then. Pip of the green
Here.
screen.
Yeah.
You are bound to Jules Ortega.
Ortega. And no, I can jump around based off of radio frequencies. See, I can go over here, and he's gonna go over to Jerry.
He looks over at Jules. What have you done?
He's nice.
You can move around now. What are you
He's
doing?
always been able to move around.
It's okay. I think I might go. I might go somewhere else. Yeah, you guys have fun.
Wow, Wold, that was rude.
I think you hurt his feelings.
Why? The
We were
thing-
just talking about compliments and being nice to people.
Have you met a robot besides weird guy that we met with the stim packs that has not tried to hunt us down and eat us?
Yes.
Okay, give
Sergeant
one
Corporal's
example.
voice from the ether. This filthy Canadian is ruining you.
Well, I've taken much of my life to studying what you call magic. And I figured out how to use it for good things. That's what Pip is. He's just here to help. He's a friend.
Wold, you may not understand it, but you need to trust us.
If it makes you feel any better, my dad's fine with Pip.
Well,
Loves
that's-
him.
That's good. I was going to tell on you if you had not told your dad.
My father knows.
I
about
was
Pip.
worried that you're running in a bit of a crazy crowd. I'm glad that your dad at least knows.
Pip is kind of common knowledge among the Enclave.
I'm concerned, but
Well,
I do
what's-
trust you, and I'm going to assume that it's going to be fine,
Give him a chance, all right?
but he doesn't get to wear my face.
He couldn't if he tried.
I'm going to pretend you didn't say that.
Just give him a
I'm
real,
going to
genuine
go
chance.
and talk to Pip, and
You're going to need... I'm going to see if I can get Pip back up on my screen.
I'm going
Wold is
to...
ready to talk if you're willing to.
You don't see Pip on your screen, but you see some text. Just says,
Well,
I'm a little busy.
Typing on his thing, and he does, "Dear Pip,
Pip
You
would say to you,
seem
I'm busy,
to-
give me a minute.
Oh, he needs a minute.
He's crying.
Okay. you seem
It's like,
to
this is
be
the first
good
time someone
friends
hasn't
with
immediately
Jules."
loved me.
Wait, do you have a Pip Boy?
He does.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't exactly know how to send something to Pip, but he kind
Yep.
of says,
Push this
You
button.
type it and then you send it in
Yeah.
the ether with
yeah,
forbidden magics.
yes.
Roll here.
I
Which is how cell phones
suppose
work, too.
everything deletes that. Dear Pip, you seem to be close with Jules.
Your wit is sharper.
Then your hugs.
Oh, then your tongue. Pip tongue.
Oh.
I have
Who has Pip tongue right now?
been learning many things about this world that I did not know about. And if that means that AI is different than I assumed, then I would like to learn more about that. I am sorry if I offended you and you don't want to eat my soul. I assumed you would like to steal my face and eat my soul. So maybe I shouldn't have assumed that. If Jules trusts you, then I think I can too. I'm sorry if I was rude. Your tongue is better than your green screen.
Is that the end?
Would. P.S. I can get you a rabbit body if you really want one as a peace offering. P.P.S. If that is offensive, please ignore that, and I will get you something else as a peace offering. Please email me at... Send.
What are you
Hope
sending
this
it
email
to?
finds you well.
Here, Jerry's gonna just type in Jerry's own.
Yeah.
Boy.
Okay, you now have the message.
I'll make sure Pip gets it.
And
Do
we'll...
not.
It's like taking a moment. And he looks over, and there's like the green things that grow on wool, like on his armor and stuff. One of them has like budded in like a 3 little flowers. He just takes one. He says, "Oh, and give this, I guess, put that on his screen as a peace offering until I find him something else."
Here you go, Jules.
Pip, you want to taste a flower?
It grew on my body.
Put it in my pocket.
And looks like corn cob. I guess you can take that one. Since it should have seeds. It's like,
Bird.
there we go. That's why I assumed it would be 4.
Starts coughing up on the floor.
And then he just kind of looks and is like, And looks and sees Margie. Looks at the line. Since I have this, there you go.
Oh,
Where was that growing?
Ladies, if your man isn't willing to
Shoulder.
literally grow flowers out of his
Yes,
arm,
yes.
No, it's his
what is
armor.
he- it's
Was-
armor.
And he
What is
leans
he even
a
doing?
little
If he
closer
wanted to,
as
he
he
would.
hands that to her and says, already going there. He says, "You were very brave when you faced your father. I think your heart is stronger than anything else that you have.
I'm gonna nudge Jerry's side and say, "Did you teach him that?"
Yeah.
And then we'll just slowly
Might wanna-
starts moving away. So that
She's
she
gonna,
doesn't have
like-
to say anything because that's
She's gonna like
Might
reach
wanna
out
break
a
your
hand
own
and say,
tips sometimes.
"Thanks. Also, by the way, Pip is kind of like Jules' son. So
how
he's
like
sort of-
adopted son.
no,
Okay. Like creature she put inside her little thingy majiggy, the screen.
no.
That she-
I think it's
Her magical biological son.
No, we're talking right now. I can't hear this.
it's
I'm ripping you about not knowing how to compliment, please.
it's not really like the old-fashioned way, but it's close enough. He's pretty much a person.
Oh, she put her soul. A piece of it.
Like in a motherhood way, yeah.
I feel like people are telling me everything about Pip.
I don't know
But-
what he is.
Yes.
I
But
just know that
I
he's
think I
a
think
person.
I kind of see it now, if that makes sense. In our culture, we have all these different creatures that exist. There are creatures that can take over your body, and metal monsters that pull themselves out from the underworld to eat you, and blah blah blah. But do not believe that we only have bad. We have creatures that live in the stars.
Oh,
Glowing, beautiful things that stand between this world and the next. Which I didn't get to turn into, but got to say, going to find one day, and it will be majestic. Maybe in the woods. And there's like a little bit of a like something he's always kind of wanted.
is that religion?
No,
Okay.
it is just beliefs. Things I have seen and things I hope to see one day.
In the stars?
Well, yes, I talked with stars after this whole thing happened. Kind of was going to die, sort of, and yeah, talked with them.
You and Lythos both seem like you've talked to the stars, or you'd say you have, but I thought they were just fusion reactors.
Well, I'm not saying that they weren't real, but I think I became a ghoul when a bomb went off, and I should have died. Instead, I became this. But I was blinded. So, lucky, yet unlucky.
You're blind?
Not anymore.
How'd you...
Let's just say the chances of getting struck by lightning, plus things go the way that they should.
You got struck by lightning?
Yes.
Oh. And that
I-
fixed your eyes?
Yes. Almost. I can't see color. I also can't see people's faces very well. It's better to kind of. Anyway, I spoke with them and asked anything that was listening. Because I could not stay with my tribe. A blind wolf dies. This is nothing but a burden. I would need to leave to protect them. And I would not survive on my own. I was almost ready for that. I was not ready to die, no, but I was ready to accept that I maybe would not live. But I think when you get hit by a bomb and a bad thing and a good thing happens, and then you get struck by lightning and a good thing happens, which is usually a bad thing, I seem to think that there is more going on in this world than what we believe. And I'm determined to find out if that is the stars or if that is something else. Margie, there's not just bad in the world. You're here. And so am I.
That game.
It's risen her up.
I feel rizzed.
I am glad that you are I'm glad that you are non-violent and that you seek mercy. Because I think that is something I will not always get the chance to do. And I'm glad that someone has made their purpose to do that. We also are trying to find a fusion reactor to make armor. So we might need a fusion person at some point. So if you want to visit, feel free. And I'm kind of going to be chief, so I can make the whole the whole trip good for you. So
What's a chief?
like the president sort of, if they talk about, but more less wear suit and big speech, and more listen to the families and what they need. That's why I came, was to become chief, find what I need, what I'm missing to become fuller, more. Hopefully give us what we need.
That seems like a nice thing to do.
It is a burden and a pleasure, and one I would not trade for anything. Well, you know what I mean.
You know, blind wolves only die if no one's taking care of them.
I agree. So, if we're blind and we're still alive, someone taking care of us. We just have to find out who.
And take care of each other if we go blind.
Yes. No one would force me out of my village, and I would not force anyone if they were blind. It is a choice that person can make. I will be there if you go blind. Please do the same for me.
I would.
Please also tell me if something is color coordinated or something like that. That would be helpful.
Oh, I have a lot of colored stuff, but it's...
Everything is blue.
Oh, my power armor's purple.
That's nice. I like to
No, it's bled.
Correct.
Thank you. I was gonna say.
Bled.
I've been.
You mean purple?
Just color purple. Yeah.
I like the bled. Did you know that bled is actually not real? Your eyes, when the light of the magic comes into them, it mixes red and blue, but your brain cannot see it, and so it just creates something else there.
Jerry's like, I can sense some medical or misinformation going on in my vicinity.
It's
He
like
and
it's
Julian
like
are
a
like,
it's like a cone.
His doctor
Behind
sense
him.
is
you know?
going off.
It's kind of true.
I mean, Jerry's been trying to listen, and is that okay?
Yeah, it's
do you
totally
guys
fine.
remember that like one time when we went to that costume shop in the last campaign and Anton was like finding the clothes of the old outsider, and in the meanwhile LG and Heisel were like trying on like weird stuff, and it was just kind of like a little background scene that we didn't actually need to run. I feel like that's Jerry and Jules right now, just like getting into it. But
Do you
also,
wanna listen?
then
I think
I wanna
I think
listen.
they're picking up stuff. Like I'm sure, like
Jerry's
She's talking to a man. Are you kidding me? This is the event of the century. This is the longest conversation she's had the whole campaign.
Jerry gave
Except the
5
one where she
minutes
was
of
trying to
coaching
convince
to
her
Wolt.
dad
He
not
wants
to
to make
nuke
sure
everyone.
that it goes okay.
it's going.
Yeah. Do you wanna, Jacob? It's up to you if you want to allow a listen check. Or
I think if you think it would be fun to roll a listen check, you should.
I'm not going to get involved. I'm just
Definitely
But
can't
if
do
you-
anything.
Oh, okay, yeah,
But
yeah,
if you
But I
can't hear
think-
them, nothing you can
but I
do. You
think if
can't
you-
read lips over
If you're
here.
just like,
Yeah, right.
like I want my character to know, like, here's some of the things, and be like, okay, purple, then you can automatically just download those. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So sometimes things are more than they seem.
Like the stars.
Yes. Or their fusion reactors, and that is beautiful. But a star is more than just, even if it is just made from a fusion reactor, doesn't mean a star is not something more.
And with that, we will probably end session for this week. We'll pick up next week as you guys go to Delroy Trade Lines to beg for your jobs back. No.
Well, to say, am I getting paid? I want to figure this out.
You will get paid. You have not been fired, and you found the team. Good
I
job.
did my job.
Heck, you might even get a bonus for bringing him back.
I
found
Oh my
them.
gosh,
They were
Wolf is
fine.
never gonna be social with, like, he's not gonna be a social, like, important person to the groups. And suddenly I'm like, oh great, he kind of is. He's
Yep.
an in.
All right. Well, we will see you all for that episode in a couple of weeks. Have a good night.